secret messages in dead rats for their agents to recover. Everything Oliver Essenbach tells Hal about the Brocken is true. It was fenced off by the Soviets and used as a listening post. When the Berlin Wall fell and the country's two halves were reunited, the reopening of the Brocken came to be seen as a symbol of national unity. Exploding locomotives. Older steam engines really can explode if they run out of water, though it is rare, and other things must go wrong in order for this to be possible. The steam locomotives you see on railways today must follow strict modern safety rules to make sure this doesn't happen. No steam locomotive has exploded in the UK since 1962. A miniature railway masterpiece. Sam's Uncle David has an extensive model railway layout at his home in Somerset, which was the catalyst for creating Arnold's masterpiece at Schloss Kratzenstein. When we visited Wernigerode, we discovered a bar that delivers drinks to your table using a model train, and they tasted all the more delicious for it. Find out more. If you'd like to know more about Europe's railways, we recommend visiting one of its many railway museums. Sam visited the German Museum of Technology as research for this book and discovered that Germans invented the electric train. Visit adventuresontrains.com to learn more about Hal's adventures and for videos, activities, and classroom resources. Up Brocken Mountain witches fly, when stubble is yellow and green the crop, gathering on Walpurgis night, carrying Lucifer aloft. Over stream and fern, gorse and ditch, tramps stinking goat and farting witch. Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, Faust, Part 1, lines 3956 to 61. Chapter 1. A letter arrives. Hal and Ben were the last boys to leave the changing room after football practice. The school team trained in all weathers, and though the relentless rain of the past few days had finally stopped that afternoon, the pitch had been waterlogged and muddy. The freezing March wind had whipped at their bare legs and turned their fingers to icicles. It was so cold that Hal's misty breath had hidden the ball from him. Frostbitten and bruised from a match of sliding tackles, the boys had not been keen to go back outside. They dawdled in the warmth, rehashing the match and teasing each other until they realized they were alone and it was getting late. "We should go," Hal said. "Mum'll worry if I'm not home soon." He picked up his bag. As they walked away from the school building, Ben grabbed Hal's arm to halt him. "Who's that?" he whispered, pointing through the gloom at the dark silhouette of a man just beyond the school gates, cloaked in fog, waiting. Hal caught his breath. He immediately recognized the tall figure in the dark peacoat. He'd drawn countless pictures of him. "Uncle Nat!" he cried, bursting into a sprint, running to the gates. "What are you doing here?" "I've come to see you." Nathaniel Bradshaw opened his arms wide and hugged his nephew. "You're Hal's uncle." Ben studied him with interest. "The travel journalist one that takes him on the train adventures." "He is." Hal smiled proudly. "Uncle Nat, this is Ben. Remember, I told you about him." "Yes. You're the young man with a soft spot for Sierra Knight, the movie star." Simultaneously delighted Uncle Nat knew who he was, but embarrassed by his crush on the actress, Ben's mouth opened, but no words came out. "I didn't think you were coming till Easter Sunday," Hal said, curious to know why his uncle was here more than a week early. "A letter arrived for us this morning," Uncle Nat said lightly, his voice contradicting his somber expression as he withdrew an envelope from his coat and handed it to Hal. "An old friend needs our help."